Hi. I don't know. Am I live? It said that I couldn't go live, and then all of a sudden, then I am. I'm going to wait and see if anybody comes on. Happy Good Friday to anybody that's there or that's watching this later. It's right. I'm just going to wait. I don't even know if this is live. This is always there. Yay, it is. Somebody's there. Thank you for that. I know a few of you have been saying that you haven't been getting the notifications. But yeah, there's people coming on now, so at least it's okay. Can you see and hear me all right? Because I'm having to use my laptop today, and it's a little bit different to what I normally use. So if you can see me and hear me okay, then that's absolutely great. Please excuse my hair as well. I've got caught in the rain. We're having the island really needs it. Oh, everything's falling all over. I've got a little light there. Yes, we can see and hear you. First time I've ever caught you live. Oh, May Queen. Well, I hope I don't disappoint. Oh, Tyler's just shared my video. Thank you, Tyler. We really need to catch up. I'm just loving watching your videos of what you're doing in your life, Tyler. It's absolutely amazing. Hey, Magic. Yeah, just about to go to Tesco's. I had to run out yesterday morning because everywhere shut here yesterday at 2. And it's how's everybody been going? Has this moon affected you already this week? Because it's been a really crazy week here, but really funny as well. My housemate Pete, I was working. I've been flat out with work this week, literally one after another. And I heard my housemate. We've both got separate parts of the house. And I heard him shouting, and I was thinking, he's really like noisy. He's never normally noisy when I'm working. And after a client, I heard him just shout, Tanya. And when I went outside, he's actually bust his foot. He fell off a really big wall and had to climb over the fields to get here. So I ended up having a ride in a Spanish ambulance, taking him down to the hospital, and he's completely laid up. So it's the 3 dogs and everything. It's been absolutely crazy, but really funny. I mean, it's not funny. He's in a lot of pain, but we're trying to see the funny side of it. So, right, there's people in here. So what I'm going to do is, like I say, I like just to have a little catch up with everybody, first of all, and then I will go into the readings. Now, what I do is I pick up what I'm getting up psychically for this Libra full moon. And it's almost hold on to your hats, because I don't feel it's going to be easy. If that makes sense. But I will go into the reading in a bit, and then I will do readings for all of the signs as well. So has anybody got any questions or anything like that before I start? This moon has made me daydream a bit too much for my liking. No, that is the idea. It's almost like dare to dream. This is it. You know, this is it's stirring things within us. It's crazy. And I've been fighting with my mom. Very interesting. This is all to do with relationships as well. Like I say, I've got my notes. I've got what they've been channeling already to me. But yeah, so it's starting to affect people. Yeah. Right. Okay, then. So I'm going to go on with what? Sorry, I just write notes when they start giving me stuff. I mean, sometimes it's, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And yes, crazy lady here. Is that me, the crazy lady? Hey, Denise. Yeah, who is it that said, was it Bukowski, who said some people never go mad? What boring lives they must lead. So yeah, it's like I say, if I'm deemed crazy, I'll own that. Right, okay. Hi from Bali. Hi, yeah, I love how we get people all over here. So, right, okay, I'm going to go straight in. So we have the Libra full moon tonight. And as most of us know, Libra is all about balance. It's the peacemaker of the astrological sign. Okay, so a lot of Libras are very adaptable. A lot of Libras will sit on the fence rather than go from one end to the other. But this moon tonight it's almost going to be, I feel, the peace breaker rather than the peacemaker. It's almost like Libra has had enough of you sitting on the fence, had enough of having no opinions, had enough of making sure everybody else is all right at the cost of yourself. So there's a big deal with karma coming in as well, and almost the scales of karma. Now, people get scared about karma, and karma's got nothing to, you should never be scared of karma. They say karma is only a bitch if you are one, and I believe that, because a lot of times karma is good things as well that come to you. It's not just bad. People fear karma, but if you're not doing anything wrong, then karma is actually a huge reward. But what I'm getting, and I'm using these cards, I'm going to look for a card particularly for what I'm talking about. These are the cards I've got to work with today. So yeah, it's almost like this is a judgment day, and I want to find the card in this deck, which I should have done this beforehand. Sorry about that, but I just wanted to get this out because, like I say, I have a lot of things to do, and I just wanted to get this video here. So what Libra is saying to us is, where are you keeping the peace where it is causing you to not be at peace, if that makes sense? Because like I say, we all want to be liked, we all want to be loved, we all want to not rock the boat and not be seen as being awkward. But sometimes we can make things awkward for ourselves by doing this, okay? So what I've got here is, this is the card in this deck for judgment. And it's very apt for today, seeing as it's Easter. And this is almost like Christ is risen, okay? Now, anybody who watches these knows I'm not religious, so I'm not going to go full into the God thing. But this is almost, if we see this person has been hurt, this person has been crucified, this person has been tortured and everything, and what they're doing is they're saying, right, okay, this is enough. I am rising. It doesn't matter what you do to me. I'm coming back now. I'm coming back stronger, and it's almost like fighting for your right, okay, fighting for your voice, and not worrying too much about upsetting the status quo with other people as well. So it's a pink moon, which Nick Drake by Pink Moon is one of my favorite songs. But the pink, when I thought about it, I was shown the rose quartz, which is about love, but it's also about self-love as well. So this Libra moon is almost like a purge, okay? I feel it's going to be uncomfortable for some. The more you are out of balance, or the more relationships are out of balance within your life, the harder this is going to hit. If everything is in perfect balance, then you're going to sail through it and you're going to get the rewards. Anything that you haven't been saying, anything where you haven't been speaking up or anything like that, it's almost going to hit boiling point, I feel. What we need to realize is our actions are kind of like boomerangs, so they're going to come back round to us. So be very careful of what you speak, and be very careful of what you say as well, because it might come back to bite you on the arse. If it's good, then you will get good back. If it's bad, then expect that back. It's almost like the witch's law, it's whatever you give out, you get back threefold. And like I say, this is really, really heavily focused on relationships. Now, this could be, as somebody said there, they were fighting with their mom. This could be relationships between parents, relationships between friends, relationships between partners, husbands, wives, whatever. It's relationships on the whole, okay? And there's going to be some unexpected and probably unpredictable behavior. Now, this might not be just from others. This might be from yourself, okay? Because I feel it's almost like, yes, you make the cause, you feel the effect. Exactly. It is almost, what's the word? Sorry, my head, my memory, with this thing in my head, memory is sometimes terrible, but it's consequences, okay? Every action we have has a consequence. Now, that can be good or that can be bad, right, okay, they're saying to me there, none of it's good or bad. Okay, I get that. But it's almost like we've got to be responsible for our actions, okay? Because our actions our actions carry on. The action of our actions it's almost like there's a lot for us to face with it. It's not just straight away. It's not just instantaneous, if that makes sense. So within relationships, we're going to be asking, this Libra moon is wanting to illuminate and make us ask, do we feel supported? Do we feel loved? And do we feel respected? Okay. If we don't, poof, it could hit boiling point. Tyler is why I'm here. I love Tyler. Say hi to Tyler for me when you see him. So yeah, we want to live in harmony, not in disharmony, okay? And sometimes it's almost like we put other people's needs first before ours to make sure that they're happy. But what happens then is we are in resentments, might be little, and we might push them down. But it's almost times like these when they're going to go boof, you know. So this is why I'm saying be careful. Try not to be rash. If you actually need to say something or going to say something, please make sure that it's kind or it's said in a kind way, because whatever you say, if it comes from a place of love and from the heart, it can't hurt anybody. If we do it from the ego, that can cause more of a shitstorm than what there's already going to be. We need to look as well at our relationships. Do we feel that we can be completely truthful in our relationships? Do we feel we can be our total selves? Are we accepted for who we are? If we're not, then there's going to be bother, you know. And this is saying, this Libra moon is almost giving us the courage to break free from where we have kind of settled or where we have kind of sort of took a step back. If this is not working for us, this is kind of your get out clause, you know. It's like I say, it's going to be, it could be messy, okay, but that mess is needed. A bit like the Tower card as well, you know. Things that have gone on for too long, it's now they're going to come to a pinnacle. You know, this is change is happening, and we cannot do anything to stop it. I don't know how many of you seen the Notre Dame Cathedral on fire the other day, and when I looked at it, I instantly seen the tarot card, the Tower. And, you know, it's causing a lot of upset because it's these old outworn doctrines, you know, and everybody's donated to build it. And they've had, what is it, something like 300 billion in a couple of days. Yet, you know, people are now kicking off because they're going, how can we, if that money is available, how can we not, how do we still have homeless people? You know, how do we still have people in poverty and, you know, people starving? And this is it. This is like this Libra moon. It's showing the two sides, and it's really getting the sides that have been put upon and neglected in some way. They're going to come back with a vengeance here. So what I want to say to you here, which is quite important as well, is remember, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. So we need to listen more than we speak, because like I say, our words could get us into trouble if we don't think about them before we say them. It's almost like least said, soonest mended here, because this, in relationships of all kinds, this time is crucial. Okay. And I cannot stress that enough. Please, please believe me. You know, what we need to have a look at is, are we swaying towards our south node more than our north? Now, if you don't know the about south nodes and north nodes, south node is what we are born with. It's almost our past lives and the karma we come into this life with. But what we need to do is sort of release ourselves from our south node and go towards a north node, which is our destiny and our true potential as well. Okay. What's that? We live in a world of duality. Without the dark, the light can't shine. Exactly. You know, and we've got to embrace this dark. But like I say, it's sometimes it's going to hit, and this is what we're getting, you know. So if you don't know, try and look up your north node and your south node. Who is it? I think Astro Twins are a really, really good one. I love the way that they describe it, okay? So we need, if we're leaning towards our south node too much, we're not doing the work. We're not doing what we should do. We haven't evolved to the point that we need to. So we need to kind of keep our focus on our North Node, okay? So this is, like I say, it's all about balance. It's like a seesaw. I'm saying it's like up and down here, you know. But what we need to do within all of this, okay, within all of this, and not just for the next 2 weeks, no, they're saying for the next 2 weeks, and I'm like, I'm saying, no, this isn't for the next 2 weeks. This is what we need to learn to do on a daily basis. We need to be kind to ourselves. We need to be kind to others, and we need to look for kindness, okay? That will show you within relationships, if somebody is kind to you, okay? That is a massive, massive gift. If somebody is cruel in relationship with you, then you really need to look at, is this person really coming from a place of love? Okay. And if they're not, this is not what you want. You know, everybody, we have love there to give freely. Love does not come with cruelty. Okay. It comes with kindness, and we can always be kind at any given moment. Okay. We need to remember that other person is us. Even if they're hurting us, they are coming from a place of hurt. Okay. Because hurt people, healed people heal them. Okay, so we have a choice. This is it, the Libra. You know, which one do we want to be? Do we want to be kind, or do we want to be cruel? They also said to me as well that kindness is kin. So when we find people that are kind to us, okay, when we want to be kind to others, when this is sort of replicated and this is in balance, this is when we know we have found our family. Now, I hate that term with the fingers, but this is, you know, family doesn't have to be blood. It's our tribe, you know, it's the ones that we resonate with, the ones that we feel on a deeper level, the ones where they give us kindness, the ones where we give them kindness, the ones where we feel supported and nurtured. Okay, this is our kin. So this is an awakener, okay? When the full moon comes, it comes to illuminate something that has been in the dark. There could be big ends, okay, over this Libra moon. But remember, every ending is a beginning as well. You know, the boat is going to be rocked. This is it. The boat is going to be rocked here. And we need to see that everything comes with a cost, okay? And everything has a reaction as well. So it's, you know, we need to make sure that whatever we're doing is, you know, the actions that we're putting out in the world are going to be kind, okay? They're going to be fair as well, you know? I mean, it's not always, you know, they all say all's fair in love and war, and I don't know if I believe that. I struggle to get that concept, but it's almost like, you know, we need to make things fair for us as well. And they're saying to me there, we need to be fair of face and full of grace. Is that Saturday's child? I don't know why they're saying that, but when we are within grace, okay, we are closest to God. They're saying this, so we must be graceful. We must be graceful and grateful at all times, okay? Because no matter what is coming over this full moon, it is coming as a gift to us, okay? Even if this means we're going to have to let people go within this. It's almost like they're showing us that these people are not there for the rest of our journey, okay? And that doesn't mean there's anything bad. It's, you know, we go off in different tangents. So can you feel or experience what you described, even leading up to this Libra moon and also afterwards? Is that talking to somebody else? I had such a row with a friend last night. I spoke out the truth and it wasn't great. Okay. If you didn't speak with kindness, maybe phone them today and say it in a different way, because what we need to do is respond rather than react. When we react, it comes from our ego. Our ego wants to win. Our ego wants to be better. Our ego wants to be right, okay? Our soul is just like, you know what, this needs to be sorted out, you know, and we can have a conversation rather than conflict, okay? If we can't converse without conflict, then we need to look at who we are conversing with as well, okay? And like I say, people will people tell you and people show you who they are, despite what they profess to be, if you listen. And this is why it's saying 2 years, one mouth, Be dead, canny. Hottest man in tarot. Aye, that's it. Just be canny to everybody. That's Geordie speak. I love it. It's really nice getting the Geordie. So funny. My flatmate is from London. He started speaking Geordie. It's really funny. I spoke my truth last week and we are now in separation. Good, because you spoke your truth. And if you needed that separation, that is great, because it gives you both time to realize, was that relationship in balance? And if you speaking your truth meant that you had to part, then it wasn't in balance, okay? But you spoke your truth, and that is the main thing. How can you expect anybody else to believe in you if you are not speaking the truth to yourself? Okay, this is what we need to be. We need to be authentic. And the more we're not, the more the struggle we will have. This is what the age of Aquarius is all about. This is what these shifts are about. This is what life is about. It's about these lessons to bring us back to who we originally were and who we've just forgotten that we are. And everybody wears this mask and it's like, oh, I'll dance to their tune, I'll dance to theirs, I'll whatever. It's like, no, dance to your own fucking tune. It's your music. Sing your own song. And when people can, when people like that harmony with it, oh, something with the dogs, that's harmony. When people like that harmony with it, that is when, we will be in harmony. If you think of singers when they sing together and everything fits, it's called harmonizing, isn't it? It's harmonies. And this is what we should be. If somebody's, not on our tune or not on our tone, then we need to find people who are. So I hope that makes sense. Sorry about the crazy. I don't even know what's gone on out there. I'm just going to... Excuse me, I know I shouldn't be drinking Diet Coke, but it was the only thing in the fridge. It was cold, and I knew I would be. I always get really, really flustered, and I've got, I don't know if you can see, is the fire still on? Oh God, yeah, it's blazing there, the fire. I don't know if you can see it, so that is why I'm getting hot. So, does anybody have anything to say about that? Did that make sense to people? It is really, really warm, and I can't open the doors because the dogs will jump in, and Nobody got anything to say about that? Libra moon. Right, okay then. Well, I will get straight on. Thank you. It does make sense. If it's a true twin, they are learning their lessons too and can return. Yeah, you know what? This is a thing for another day, okay? This twin flame soulmate, stuff like that. I understand. It is big buzzwords at the moment, okay? I've spoke to somebody who said, oh, I have 5 twins. No, you don't. It's a rare phenomenon, although it is getting more and more common. It is still rare. And when we put a label on something, what happens is we start to go towards that label rather than seeing things as they actually are. Okay? So the thing is, if we look at life as everything is meant to happen, okay, everything is exactly how it's meant to be at this precise moment. When we are looking too far ahead, when we are wanting an outcome, we are in projection and we are in the future, which doesn't exist, okay? The future does not exist at this particular moment. When we are looking back to something that's happened or whatever, we are in the past, and that does not exist now. All that exists now is here. Okay, this moment, today, that is all that actually exists at this moment. And if you think of this like a seesaw, okay, we're talking about balance, we're talking about Libra. So Libra is in the middle, and that seesaw is at a plateau, okay? When we're in the past, it's going down like that, okay? And the future, when we're in the past, and if we're down like that, the future, whatever we want, our goals look so far ahead because they're going higher. When we're in the future and we're projecting too much in the future, we kind of be grounded in the present. Our past is still looming over us, and it's going to topple over us, okay? Because we want to get away from it that much. What we need to do is embrace it and see that everything that has happened within our life up until now has formed us and is making us, and it is evolving us and is making us grow. And this is the idea, you know, this is the idea. Everybody we meet, every relationship we have is an assignment. If you look in the Course of Miracles, they are assignments, they're lessons, okay? It's not just so that we feel all in love and all loved up. You know, it's not about that at all. It's about so we can grow to our truest potential, if that makes sense. Sorry, I went off on one there. And like I say, I understand it. But people, when they, oh, well, it's my twin and I've got to go through this heartache and I've got to go through this. You haven't surrendered to it. If it is your twin and it's meant to happen, it will do. Nothing you can do can control it. And when we get into control, this is our ego. And this is when we get more uncomfortable. And this is when we make it harder for ourselves, okay? When we push and push and push an outcome. Spirit said to me the other day, don't push, pull. Pull the power of that situation in yourself and make yourself stronger. When we're pushing and pushing and pushing, we're giving energy to something else, okay, that we cannot move. We have no control over it. So we need to just pull the energy of this situation into ourselves and know that we will handle it, because that is our mission and that is what we've got to do. Okay, so let go of the stories, the past and the future stories. You are not your story, and we at any given time can rewrite our book. Okay, we can change our story. We are the creator, we are the writer of our story. Okay, so don't think that, oh, well, that's how it's meant to be. No, it's not. We can change it. And this is the problem that is going to be highlighted within this Libra moon. It's people saying, oh yeah, well, I've made my bed, I've got to lie on it. No, you haven't. You know, you've made your bed, you can always make another one. Don't think just because you've settled or you've made this decision that has to be final. Life is always change, and we are changing at every given moment. I am not the person I was 2 years ago. I'm not the person I was 5 years ago. I'm not the person I was 10 years ago. And I'm not the person I will be in 3 years' time. You know, so accept that we are changing. So I hope that makes sense. Libra and Mars, we are people pleasers, which is bad. Yeah, but this is about pleasing yourself. This is what this song is. This song, I don't know why they said the song. This moon is about as well. You know, this is what it's about. You know, about pleasing ourselves, but being kind to others in the process. And sometimes being kind to somebody is letting them go. You know, there's somebody I read the other day made a great post, and it was about, you know, about our children, you know, not letting our children hear swear words, but it was like, but we allow our children to see and witness so many other things. We allow them to see us unhappy. We allow them to see us, you know, using alcohol as a crutch and things like that, you know, and we don't realize that is as damaging in our children as the present. I know my daughter, she just got a first in her university in her final year, and she phoned me and thanked me, and she said, Mum, thank you so much for making the decision to leave my other parent, you know, when you did, because I don't think I would be the person that I am now if you had have stayed. And, you know, it was beautiful for that to actually be acknowledged, you know. I love that you can make another bed. Yeah, of course you can make another bed. You know what I mean? That's the fun of it. look at in Goldilocks and the Three Bears. You know, they tried the beds. That one's too hard. That one's just soft. That one's just right. So sometimes, yes, you know, letting go of that person is actually coming from a place of love. I love music, as most of you know, and there's a great singer-songwriter who I feel is one of the greatest singer-songwriters of our time, and he's called Keaton Henson, and he has a song called Lying to You. And the first time I actually heard that, I burst into tears, and his lyrics are amazing. And it's this guy who's lying next to this girl who they're in a relationship, and he's not really in love with her. He's there because it's something, but he doesn't really want to be there. The person he wants isn't there. and she knows this, but she's totally in love with him, so she's putting it there. And I cried because I was like, you know what, I have been both people in that song before, and there is nothing worse than being with somebody who you know is not there and not present and not able to give you the love that you need of them, you know, whether you're giving it to them or not, you know. And there's nothing worse than feeling that you have to be with somebody because you're responsible for their happiness at the cost of your own, because it will cost you dear. You know, it will cost you dear. So I hope this is kind of making sense. This is all tying in, you know. Thank you for your input there, because this is all tying in with what this Libra moon is about, okay? And we need this balance. You know, if we're balancing on, wow, I've just looked down and there's one of my tarot cards lying there. And look, it's that one. If we're balancing on a ball and, you know, juggling all this stuff to make other people happy, that is going to be popped. That is the Libra moon there. It's going to pop that ball and everything may come crashing down. But that is the idea. That is how it's meant to be, okay? So like I say, if everything is in balance and everything's perfect, you're going to be fine and fly through it. If things are out of balance, then poof, you know, expect a little bit of issues. So, oh shit, I think my house is on fire. I think the fire's going a little bit too. Oh, wow, right, okay, I don't know what to do about that. I can't even shout at Pete because I cannot walk. Oh, my life. Right, okay, so I think I better get quickly on with these readings. If any of you see flames coming up behind me, please let me know. So I've got to get out, please. Wow, it's really, really burning. I put quite a few logs on it before I started these readings, just so I didn't have to get up and do it during the readings. And I think I put a bit too much on. Campo life, I will get used to it eventually. You see, that's the balance, you know. I've tried to have the tried to keep warm, and I'm sweating. Right, okay, so we'll start with Aries, okay? Starting with Aries. Aries. What is this moon illuminating? Thanks, Robin. I once done that, you know. I was once at this gig this gig was in like a warehouse. Like I say, you know, when I lived in England, I used to go to a lot of gigs, and I was standing, and this guy I know came over to me, and he went, "Oh," he says, "You're smoking tonight, Tanya." And I was like, "Oh, thanks." And he went, "No, you're smoking." And I was standing, there was a heater behind me, and my skirt was actually on fire. I thought this was just, I thought I was just getting a compliment. Thank you, Hilary. I'm pleased you like my messages. Yeah. Right, okay. You're going to enter my soul now. Okay, be careful, mind. There's a lot going on in there, old man Bob. Oh, God. Come to Florida, yeah. Can you see? I'm starting to get hot here. Right, okay. So Aries, I'm going to concentrate. Aries. What is this new moon, this full moon, sorry, going to illuminate, and what should your action be? What is your advice? He didn't start the fire, yeah. Who was that? Who sang that? Was it Bruce Springsteen that? No, he sang I'm on Fire, didn't he? Right. Oh, God. Fires are okay, yeah? Fires are meant to, like, sort of log burners are actually meant to keep yeah, Billy Joel, log burners are meant to keep the fire in. They don't allow it to come out of it. I don't know if you can see it. Has it gone all smoky and that in here as well? Wow. Right, okay. I think I'm going to have to open the door in a second. Right, oh, Aries. I feel this is going to, yeah, this full moon is going to be a bit of a tricky one for you as well, okay? And I want to say to you, Aries, please, your message, and please, you know, please take heed with this, is please try and relinquish control over this time, control over your relationships. Please try and not control anybody. Please try and not take control of a situation as well, okay, because this could cost you dear. Okay, I feel that there is old emotional wounds that are going to be presented into your present relationships. And it might not be pretty if you don't kind of do this with kindness, okay? I feel this is around personal relationships. So when I'm saying personal relationships, I mean romantic relationships, okay? And it's almost, you don't have to be in control of them, okay? If something is happening, talk it through, converse, okay? You can make this work by working together, okay? If you try and take the lead in this, you could see that somebody leaves, okay? So please, 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 Aries, you know, keep your cool. That's saying that when I'm sitting here going roasting. Keep your cool, okay? Please don't argue about money or finances because, you know, you have bigger riches than them. This is what is coming in, okay? And there could be, it's almost like you could say one little cutting remark and bang, everything blows up, okay? So please, please, please be kind. Somebody is showing you your heart. Somebody, you know, loving and kind towards you. Please accept this and be kind back, okay? And keep your words kind. You know, the magic can happen and you can be victorious in this relationship if you let go of your need to control. And I know the control is only coming from a fear, okay? But you don't need to do this, okay? Rather be vulnerable than be too aggressive, because that could be a problem for you around this full moon, okay? This is so hard. One of the dogs, if I open the doors, one of the dogs will probably come in, and she's got a thing where she chases mosquitoes. Either side wins when there's nothing mutually beneficial. Exactly, you know. There, and this is saying this is an opportunity for you, Aries, to realize that being powerful doesn't mean aggressive and doesn't mean taking control. Sometimes real power is actually when you step back and, like I say, 2 ears, one mouth. Listen more than you speak, okay? And this says live in the moment and let go of the past. There's no point worrying about the future. There is a wonderful opportunity that exists for you. Embrace it. And this is an opportunity for you to keep your emotions under control, okay? To be powerful and work through them with somebody rather than against them, okay? So hope that makes sense, Aries. Right, I'm going to have to open this door because I am so hot. I'm going to have to unplug my laptop and keep it out. Please give me a second. Sorry about this. Oh. Right. Okay, I'm back. I don't know if that... can you see all of the smoke? I wonder if there's something got stuck in the chimney. Santa, he might have got the dates wrong. Right, okay, so that's Aries. Who else do we have after Aries? Gemini. Oh, hold on, I haven't checked that the gate's shut. Oh, God. This is the thing. I can't even, like I say, can it? Shout of Pete. And kiss to Brazil. Right, okay, so Gemini, I'm going to put these out and then just make sure that gate's shut. Right, Gemini, this is the new moon, okay, for you. Right, and see what we've got in here. Please just give me 2 seconds. Yeah, all is safe there. Right. Right, okay. So, Gemini, what is this new moon, this full moon bringing in for you? I really feel your health is your health in balance. This is what is going to be coming in for Geminis, okay? Are you taking enough rest? Are you playing the martyr? Are you saying, yeah, I can get on and I can do all of this at the cost of your health, okay? Because I feel that it's almost like there's a stuckness around Gemini, okay, at the moment. And it's almost like plowing through and plowing through. And this is the way to do it, okay? You need to be flexible. You need to realize that there is always kind of more ways than one to skin a cat, if that makes sense. So you can do things in different ways to how you've always done them, okay? When we stick with how we've always done something, we always get what we've always got, okay? So this is about trying something new, okay? Trying something a different way and seeing how it can actually bring balance in rather than knocking the balance out, if that makes sense, Gemini. Okay, there's a lot of things happening for you. There's going to be this month something that happens over this Libra full moon is going to come to a head round about July, but I feel it's going to be a lot of possibilities for you, so it's going to be really good. And it's almost like they're saying to you, don't be old before you are, if that makes sense. You know, you can be 90 years young if you want, or you can be 30 years old. It's up to you, you know. Just because you're of a certain age does not mean that you need help. Some of you could have a problem, I feel, with your back. This is about support, okay? When this comes in, it's about support. Are you feeling supported? Are you being supported? Are you being supported by the relationships around you? If you're not, then these need to be addressed, okay? But there's a lot going on here for you, Gemini. And what I want to say to you is whatever is happening over this, please go with it. Please see the signs. Please look after yourself, okay? Because then you can't look after others if you're not a tip top. And also only look after people if you really, really want to, not because you feel you need or you should, okay? Because when you've got nothing left to give, you know, what will happen is you will end up with resentments as well. And you don't want that, because resentments are the root of, I don't know, the root of discomfort within relationships, you know, hidden resentments. I'm putting salt on it, and yeah, I love it. I love seeing the fire. It was just there. It was like, whoa, it's going out of control. Right, okay, so this is a spirit card for Gemini. Gemini. Right, okay, here you go. Infinity, what a beautiful card. And it's pink as well, like the pink moon. So it says, dearest one, rest within the light of your soul. Feel my spirit alive within you, the spirit of the goddess, of nature, of earth and the stars. Accept the love and light that we shower upon you. So this is what you need to see, Gemini. You don't need to do all of this for other people in order to be loved or liked, okay? You are already loved and liked by the universe, by Mother Earth, by Gaia, whatever you want to call her, okay? You already have that love. So please, don't make yourself a martyr, and don't put yourself into situations that are uncomfortable for you just because you feel that you're getting a little bit of love or a little bit of acknowledgement there, okay? So, right, that's Gemini. I've never worked with these cards for a while, and I love them. I've had them years. They're by an artist called Cat Black, and they're called the Golden Tarot. Golden Tarot, yeah, Golden Tarot. I like that. All right, okay. I want to say as well, if anybody wants a personal reading with me, I should have said that at the beginning, please go to the link below. It will take you to my website where you can actually book. There is an offer on at the moment if you do want them, but spaces do fill up very, very quickly. So like I say, it's a first come, first served basis. You know, the readings are quite in depth when you have a reading with me. You know, anybody that has had one, you know, will know that they can be quite transformative, you know, but we get to the root cause of things, and it's, you know, there's always breakthrough at the end of it. So if anybody does want to read, and click the link below and you can go to my website to find a time that's suitable for you. So who are we on? Too much wood, Danny. You see, I've got to be careful what I'm going to say, because I was going to say something there that was, yeah, probably not good for YouTube. Could you get, when you get them like little crosses come out when it censors it? Right, okay, so Taurus. Oh, there's one flying out for Taurus there. So has anybody got anything nice planned for the Easter holidays? And if anybody as well, if you're on Twitter, please go to, I don't know the person personally, but they have given me so much enjoyment. It's Jesus H. Christ is somebody on Twitter. And oh God, his tweets are so funny. They really, really make me laugh. So, right, okay, this is, there's a lot of the signs. I really feel this is going to be quite an uncomfortable moon for a lot of people. Very, 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 I really feel it is. Now, what is coming in for Taurus, okay, is I feel, it's going to be a tough one, Taurus, so sorry. I feel there is going to be a lot of old pain come up, okay? I feel this is pain connected to parents, possibly to a mother, okay? This is from childhood. It's going to be brought up. There is somebody around you, Taurus, okay, who is replicating the feelings from this person from the past. So it's almost making you feel like you did, and this is not in a good way. This is not in a nostalgic way. This is, I feel, kind of putting you down, putting you in your place, not making you feel worthy, not making you feel enough. Somebody who is not speaking kindly to you, somebody who is putting you down. This is what I'm feeling here, and I'm feeling this emptiness around you. And what they're saying is this is out of balance. There is no balance within this, and you are struggling, and this could be affecting you mentally, Taurus, okay? So please see that this is not right. If you are in a situation like this, free yourself from it. This moon is going to give you an opportunity to free yourself from this, okay? Nobody can control you without your consent, okay? And nobody should want to control you neither. There's somebody here who I feel is hard and cold, and like I say, they're not kind, they're cruel, okay? And I don't use that term lightly. Cruelty is, there's no need for cruelty, okay? No need at all. And if somebody is here and making you feel like that, then I feel it's time to leave, okay? It's going to be highlighted, and, you might not have any choice but to leave, okay? And this is going to free you from this. It's almost like you kind of, I'm seeing you kind of like, yeah, but please love me, I love you. You don't have to beg for love. You don't have to beg for love, Taurus. You are enough. You are more than enough. Please see that within yourself and walk away from anybody who is not treating you kind, okay? Because this is what I feel could come out this time. I'm sorry. I wish they were all nice, the readings, but they're not. Okay, so spirit card for Taurus, spirit card. Yeah, you feel you are more than enough, Taurus, okay? Say, I have had enough and I am enough, okay? That is going to be your mantra over this moon. Yeah, to spread the word of Allah. Good luck with that. Good luck with that, mate. Okay. So that one. Yeah. So there, this is for Taurus, and it says, don't get so caught up with the everyday drama of life. Close your eyes, focus on your breath, and allow it to carry you into a peaceful space inside of your heart, an eternal place beyond time, filled only with love. When you connect to spirit, you will realize that spirit love you. Spirit are there to take care of you, okay? Like I say, I mentioned the rose quartz. This is very like it there. And you have this within your center. When you feel the love of spirit, you can feel the love for yourself, because I feel this is where the problem is, Taurus, okay? For some reason, you are not feeling worthy of love. And I want to say to you, you are more than worthy, okay? You are more than enough, Taurus, okay? Please, please believe that. Shut your eyes, focus, ask spirit to connect with you and feel that love that is coming from them, because their love will never ever hurt, and their love will never put you down, okay? So that is Taurus. Oh, dear me, dear me. Dear me. Right, okay. Right, so who do we have after Taurus? Cancer. Seems the trolls are out in force, yeah? Yeah. Somebody's just mentioned me in a comment. I'll see that in a bit. Right, so this is Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. I haven't done Virgos yet, so I don't know. Okay, so you want about Cancer? Yeah, Cancer, 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 Cancer. Right, okay, Cancer. I like this one, Cancer. I like this one. Right, Cancer. What this one is talking about, the relationship that you need to focus on, or that is going to be highlighted over this coming full moon, is your relationship with money and your relationship with success, I feel. Okay, what kind of stepping into a time of a lot more prosperity than what you have had. Okay, you may have had an idea and it's starting to flourish, and it might flourish quicker than what you actually expected. Okay, but this is the challenge for you. Okay, yes, you have this much, but they want to give you a lot more. Are you ready? Are you in balance to be in success? Okay, because this is what I'm coming in for you, and it's almost like it seems here that they're saying you get so far, you have this idea and you're so determined, and then the second success starts to look at you and you can see it, you're like, oh no, I don't want that, I'm not worthy of that, I'm not, I'm happy with my lot here. But they want to give you a lot more, and you need to see that this is an opening, an opportunity that could give you financial security for a long time. Okay, I don't know if this is a new job or a new idea or something that some Cancers are working on, but please give this your all. Don't put your all into it and then stop before it's a success, because it's almost like you could stop just before you get there, if that makes sense. It's almost like, right, there's no gold here, turn around and then one more, but hit of the pick and you would have struck gold. So this is it, your relationship with money. I really feel some of you Cancers need to get into balance at the moment. Okay, some of you could lose money if it's out of balance and then make you realize how much you do value it. Okay, or some of you could be given it and that could knock you a bit off balance. Okay, but again, as I'm talking about being kind, make sure that you are kind with your money. If you are kind with your money will be kind to you. Okay, if we give it away, it comes back to us. Have a look at where you keep your money. Do you keep it in a nice purse or wallet, or do you just throw it in the bottom of your bag or in your pockets? Do you value money? Where is your value? Where is the balance within it? Okay, so this is coming up very big about money, and money often reflects how we are in our life as well, in our security within our life. So some big lessons for you coming in, Cancer, but I feel that you will be able to conquer these and take these on board. Okay, I like it. You're going to feel a lot more grounded than you have in recent months as well. Hey, son. Hey, sunshine. Oh, Hendrix is really going deaf. He can't hear me a lot, so he keeps getting shocks when I'm there. No, the love of money is not the root of all evil, Steve. This is what we have been led to believe. This is an old doctrine that is outworn and doesn't work. We don't need to make our life focused on money, but what we do is we can be happy without it, but when we have it, it makes our life better. And what we can do, the more we have, the more we can give away as well, and the more we can help others. Okay? No, it's not bullshit, Steve. It's not, okay? This is an old, outworn doctrine that to be spiritual or whatever, you know, money can make monsters when it is out of balance and when it is not treated right. Exactly. It's just a transfer of energy, and the intent behind it is the important thing. Okay, if we hold on to it non-miserly, yes, then it will be the root of all evil. You know, if we give it away, we will get more back and we can do more good with it. Right, so this is for Cancer, spirit card for Cancer. Yeah, this is the thing. I mean, like I say, I talked about this Notre Dame, okay? We have these thoughts and we have these things going around in our head that have been told to us for years, you know? Steve, if you're going to carry on like that, I'll just block you out of this thing, you know? But this is it. We need to break these. We need to break these, okay? Because it's like I say, this is energy. This is old stories we are told. Okay, they're not right. We are living in a different age from when them stories were kind of started. Okay. And then it's out of balance. It's not good because there are, like I say, things happen. You know, what's the word? God, my head today. Repercussions. You know, every action has that. Sorry, I've been, for those of you that know, I have a thing in my head. It's classed as a tumor, but I don't call it that. And last night, in fact, Spirit said to me, it's crystal. So apparently I have a crystal in my head, but it really affects my short-term memory with words. Yeah. Yeah, we've all got triggers with money because of old belief patterns. And if we carry on with them, this is where we're going to carry on still getting triggered. So this is why this is coming up with this moon, you know, that we need to change our thought patterns. I'm absolutely terrible, you know, terrible. Money really, really, really is a huge trigger for me, but I'm having to work through that. And there you go, Cancer. You know, the card I've just pulled for you is intention. And this is it. You know, there is a difference between love of money and love of money. There is a difference. You know, if you think you can only be happy when you love money that much that you hold it and you're obscene with it and stuff like that, then yeah, that isn't good, you know. But if you actually think, you know what, money is love, it is coming to me and I can give love back by doing that. We all like to buy gifts for people. We all like to buy presents, and we cannot do that unless we have money. It is an exchange. It is an energy exchange. It is a payment for something that we have done. And then we pass it on to get what we want, you know. That is the thing. If we see it like that, it is not evil at all. It's secular, you know. It's there. It's energy that we can just sometimes like misuse. When it's used in the right way and when it has this intention, then, like I say, it comes from the heart. So what this says, Cancer, is do not lose sight of your original intention. Check inside your heart to see if the path you are traveling on fits with your original hopes and aspirations. If not, take action, take control, and steer your life back on course. Now, that's interesting because, as I said, it's almost like you've had this idea, you're doing what you want to do, suddenly success comes and you go, oh, no, I don't want to go that way. I want to go the other way. You know, get back into your heart. Back into your heart and always take the path to love, okay? Like I say, don't be scared of success. If you're doing what you love anyway, you're going to get success anyway, you know? So it's like I say, it comes hand in hand. So don't be afraid of success, okay? And if you're doing something from the heart, expect success as well, okay? Right. Right, okay, so who we got? Cancer? Leo. Yeah, I mean, you know, I really want to do videos based on each one of these things that I talk about. It's just finding the time to do them, you know. But like I say, we stick with, oh, no, that's what we were told. You know, I come from the north of England, and the north of England, people struggled. They were hard workers. They struggled, and it's meant to be, you know, you go out every day and you work, and you're thankful at the end of the day, at the end of the week, for that pittance of pay because you've done your job. You know, that's not what it's about at all. but so many people still live in that belief that life is meant to be a struggle. Money is not the be all and end all. Money does not replace love or anything like that. But when we have that and don't make our focus on that, then we can help people more. Okay. And like I say, this is what's happening at the minute with this Notre Dame thing. These billionaires are donating so much money to help build a building, yet there are people that are starving. So if you had this money, what would you do? Where would you put it to good use? Okay, and that is not evil. No, I didn't forget Gemini. I'd done Gemini as the second reading, so that one is there. Right, okay, this is starting to get, like I say, the energies in here. Can you see how the balance is going out? Okay. And it's like I say, energetically, we need to keep things in balance already. I'm up to Leo. So Cancer, Gemini, Taurus, and Aries have been done. Okay, you'll have to watch them on the replay. So, right, who are we up to now? Leo. As for these readings, okay, because they're not that pleasant, okay? They haven't been that much. But like I say, this full moon is not pleasant neither, okay? And we need to realize that life isn't always pleasant. It's like Pleasant Street. We don't live on there. We don't live with the white picket fences and stuff like that. We don't. That is not life. If we had good all of the time and everything was wonderful, we would never learn and we would never grow and we would never experience, okay? So sometimes we need to take that shit to then come out and appreciate the smell of the roses. So what this is saying here is yeah, that's pretty much exactly what it was saying. The light's gone out on something, Leo. Yeah, Leo, there is something that you have been hanging on to, something that you have been clinging to, kind of hanging from a thread with, okay? It's going to be, something's going to happen. This could be a big ending for you, okay? This could be no more based on nostalgia is going to keep this together. Like I say, you're kind of, it's frayed. Something is frayed. I feel you have been afraid to let go, but now it's just going to disintegrate. It's almost like they're showing me like a rope here and you're clinging, and then all of a sudden it just disintegrates. It's not that you let go, it's just, it disintegrates. These little bits that you're clinging to are just going to disappear, okay? So it's almost like you've got a free fall. I do feel there will be emotional pain connected to this, but it's almost like this emotional pain has been there for some time. You've just been trying to pretend that it's not. So it's almost like this is coming to take you out of that darkness, out of that not knowing. It's almost like you have had this sort of Damocles hanging over your head for some time, at least a year kind of thing I'm feeling with this. But it's almost like, is this going to happen? Is it not? Is this going to happen? So you're having like sort of moments of, all right, everything's okay. But then the worry of, is something going to elude me? Is this going to leave me? Am I going to leave kind of thing? This is how it is. This could be jobs, relationships, or whatever. I feel it's more relationships because I feel, it's more connected to the heart space rather than work. But it's almost like this is the time. See it as, this should have been done and dusted a long time ago, okay? But you've been clinging to that hope or clinging to that fear. And what you have been doing is blocking yourself and others within this, okay? Because there's a new voyage, a voyage of discovery, a voyage of kind of discovery within yourself. This could be connected to an air sign, or it could be that you're traveling through air as well, okay? But it's like I say, there isn't anything you can do now to hold on, okay? This is it. Your grip has been loosened, but please know this is coming in to free you, okay? It's not coming in to hurt you. It's not coming in to make you a victim. It's not coming in to make your life terrible. It's coming in to make you start to live your life okay. And it's like I say, you will be free as a bird when you actually, I feel when we come to August time, when you see this like as it is from a higher perspective, you're going to see that this is right. My ears are ringing, absolutely ringing now. Spirit are really, really in my ears here. You know, it's almost like Notre Dame, the bells, you know, this is time. This is the warning signs for you. It's going to happen. Nothing you can do about it. So try and just surrender into it and see that this is coming to free you. Okay. It's quite a heavy one there for Leo. Right. Yeah, you may feel it's almost like you may feel vulnerable, but I'm not. I feel this is going to be a relief. This is going to be a relief, you know, because you have had there has been no quality of life. You know, it hasn't been quality. Okay. So this is why it's getting rid, because it's taken up space that, you know, you need to fill with something else. Somebody else, I nearly said there's something else. There you go. Holiday card. And this says, the spirit of the ocean calls you, offering healing and much needed peace. Come to the water and connect with its endless flow of magic. You need a change of scenery. Take a holiday yourself, different surroundings, you know, take time for yourself and see what happens. But please don't be scared. Okay? Please don't be scared. Sorry, I'm trying to see what for some reason. Okay. Truth is truth and what we need to hear. Yeah, you know what? I finish all of my readings by saying Satnam at the end, and Satnam means truth is my name, you know, truth is my identity, and I cannot be anything but truthful. And that has got me into trouble at times, and people don't like it. But, you know, I always said I was born without the ability to lie, you know, and I used to not like that. But now I like it, you know, because I feel that I embrace it, because I feel people know what they're getting with me. And, you know, the truth is never, ever coming from a bad place. You know, if people take offense at what I say or do, then that's their bad, because, you know, it's not coming from a bad place. And I hope I'm always kind with it as well. You know, that is what I would like to be. Okay. Seen that, Dan. What happened? Did something happen? I'm going to go on to Virgo in a second. I'm just taking a break. I hope is this making sense to you? I'm just going to try and find the dog. Hendrix! Andy! Andy! Oh, he's there. He's asleep on the sofa. Like I say, he can't hear. He just hear grunts, and he's getting a little bit old. And he's 96 in dog years, and he just keeps wandering around. Bless him. He's really funny. He makes me laugh. So right, who are we on to now? Virgo. Right. First time viewer. Oh, well, hi, Rochelle. I hope you like it. The real OG. What does OG mean? I'm watching the OA at the moment. I like that. I really like that. Your Leo husband left you for his ex. Before you get it. You know, like I say, when somebody, I can't get over, you know, I find it hard how these people, when somebody has said to them, I no longer love you and I'm leaving, and then they do anything to get that person back. And like I said before, anybody who's listening to this, you know, look at the beginning of this when I talked about the song by Keaton Henson, you know, and it's like, you know, if somebody says they don't love you and don't want to be there, then why would you want to be with them? You know, I can't get it. You know, and then if they do come back through manipulation, it's kind of like you always know that, you know, and it's sad, you know, it's sad. I was talking to somebody today about that, actually. Said he was going to get dinner and didn't come back. Sitting under the moon while watching you. Wow. Make sure that you set your intentions, April. The Pink Moon. Yeah, Pink Moon by Nick Drake's one of my favorite songs. It's on quite a few of my playlists. Ooh. I'm thinking about doing that as well. Is anybody on Spotify? Because I'm thinking of maybe, you know, just because music is such a big thing to me, I'm thinking about maybe doing some playlists, you know, connected with. I have got a tarot playlist actually that I put. I tried to think of songs one night that would go with each tarot card. Yeah. Well, when I do, I'll try and set up a Love Buddha Spotify. Okay. Maybe it's over this weekend if I can, and you know, that would be cool. That would be cool, you know, and we can put songs that relate to this because I feel music is so healing, and music has a lot of the answers as well. Yeah. Check out Pink Moon by Nick Drake on YouTube, but not yet though. Don't go and leave me to listen to Nick Drake. Right. Okay. So Virgo. At least it's cooled down a little bit in here. Virgo. Right. Okay. This is interesting. I hate it when something comes up there. Oh, thank you, April. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for that. I want to say as well, there's been a bit of a problem with I'm still in talks with them to try and get this. And like I say, it's not about money, but if people are giving me or donating with the intent of me getting that for the work I'm doing and it's not coming to me, then I don't like it, but I don't know how to turn the super chat off with this. Okay. So thank you. I really appreciate that, April. But like I say, until I get this sorted out, then I would say, please don't do it because I'm not getting them. Okay. So, right, okay, Virgo, right, my PayPal is paypal.me, Love Buddha, I think. I think that's what it is. But thank you, I get the PayPal ones, it's just the YouTube ones, there's been a huge problem and it's mounted up to quite a lot, so I'm still trying to get in, well, I've got in touch with them, but trying to deal with anybody on here is really bad. So right, okay, I'm going to get in with this. So, Virgo, right, okay. Virgo, there is something that you are not prepared to take a risk with, okay? This is it. This is where the imbalance is. I feel there is somebody around, okay, this could possibly be an earth sign, okay, like yourself, so Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. There is somebody there who is, there's a security with them, there's a trust with them, there's already established, okay, something is established with them, but for some reason you are kind of holding them at arm's length. There's a mistrust here, a mistrust of maybe the situation rather than the person, because I feel that there's trust within the situation here as well. You know, but it's almost like this person is looking to long-term for you, but you're pulling back. So what I feel here, Virgo, okay, is you need to look at why you, again, very similar to when I said with Cancer, it's almost like Cancer was scared of success. Virgo seem pretty scared of happiness here, okay? And it's almost like, do you have this old story where you can't be happy or nobody can be trusted or, you know, people will come and go as they please? Or do you have this where, okay, you know, my relationships will be harmonious, they will be secure, and this is what I am bringing into my life? Because I feel with this, it's almost when this is what you're asking for, this is what you're wanting security, you're wanting support, you're wanting all of this, yet when it's coming, you're pushing it away for some reason, okay? And like I say, this is something that I feel you really need to address for long term. It's almost like you are not even entertaining an idea of something that could be very beneficial for you, and that is going to be highlighted. There's going to be a choice for you over this full moon, okay? This could be an offer of love that you are going to go woof and stop it, okay? But I want to say that you could, when I said about, you know, actions and consequences, this could stop your future happiness if you do not embrace this, and it could be something that you regret at a later date. Okay, so quite a heavy one there, Virgo. I hope that makes sense to some of you. I'm going to pull a spirit card and see what it is. Where's the spirit cards? It's a spirit card for Virgo. Yeah, this is something you may regret. Okay, right. There you go. This one fell out. So there you go. Emotional transformation. So this is saying, Virgo, emotional transformation, release, freedom. It is safe for you to express how you feel. Let it all out. Relationships will deepen as a result. Now that makes so much sense. So it's almost, don't block off something just because it might not be your idea of what it is you want, okay? Virgos, where, you know, we like to control our emotions, we like everything just as it is, you know, we like to have kind of a plan, and as what they say is, man plans and God laughs, okay? Emotionally, you could feel some uncomfort, but it's almost like this comfort is making you address something where you cut yourself off from happiness, if that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, my twin sister's an alcoholic. She is too. You know, we've got to realize with anybody who has addictions, okay, which is alcohol, you know, drugs, anything like that, that, you know, it's also difficult for them to live in this as well. Like I said before, you know, we need to come to this with kindness. And, you know, I've had a lot of experience with people with alcohol problems as well. And when we see that that is their illness, you know, if somebody had cancer, and it's almost like, you know, yes, they would be difficult to look after, but, you know, we don't kind of judge them on that. You know, when somebody is in addiction, there's some place of pain that they're coming from, okay, that they're trying to escape from. And it's almost like you need to have your boundaries up, okay, but also realize that they are in pain as well, and they are hurting. And as much as they're difficult to live with, it's also difficult to be that person as well. Okay, and I think that's it. When we come from that, then it can heal a lot of situations. I hope that makes sense there, Magic. Right, okay, so who do we have now? Libra. Hey, Christina. Kathleen. Thank you, Kathleen. I can't believe I look like I've been dragged through a hedge backwards. Yeah. You're welcome, Magic. And you know, I'm not in any way being patronizing with that. You know, it comes from experience. And when we see that it's not them, you know, it's actually, you know, the addiction is, you know, the addiction, it's a horrible thing. It is, you know, but also for those that are caught in it as well. Oh, thank you, Nancy. I don't feel it today. See the fire. Oh, the fire's nice now. The fire's just like, and you are and look glowing, beautiful, Tanya. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm going to blush now. I have a real thing with compliments. This is some of the work that I'm doing. I'm really working on accepting compliments as well, and confidence. I know it's bizarre. People think that I'm you know, this extrovert, but it's I'm actually an introvert. This is what I am. I'm an INFP. So yeah, there's, you know, when I'm doing this work and the stuff I say, it's only stuff that I'm experiencing in spirit are giving me myself as well, you know, because we're all working all of the time. So thank you for that. I will accept your compliment. Even though it does still make me a little bit uncomfortable. You are Cancer, Tanya? No, I'm Virgo, Virgo Sun, Aries Moon, and Libra Rising as well. Right, quite rare and odd. Yeah, I think quite rare and odd. There's quite a few people have said to me, yep, they broke the mold when they made you, Tanya. Right, okay, who are we on to? Libra. Right, okay, Libra. Right, this is going to be good for you because where you have been down, it's almost like I'm getting music here, right? And I don't know why. And I really want to, the way they're saying it there, I really want to burst into song. But if you hear me singing, you would all just cut off straight away. But the song that I'm getting here is the sun will come out tomorrow. You know, of Annie, little like orphan Annie, what is it? Tomorrow. Yeah, and it's I want to put my hands out. This is what they're saying to me. Yeah. But yeah, it's almost like your sun has been out, okay? And I'm saying sun as in sun, not son. But it's almost like it's been a dark time. But this moon is coming to kind of bring the sun out again, if that makes sense. Yeah, we're only a day away. Yeah, that's it. I love you tomorrow. Yeah. So this is it. So it's almost like I feel you are coming into a place of strength yourself, okay? But this isn't powerful strength. It's almost like suddenly it's like, you know what? That's over. Or that's lifted. You know, when you just feel that, and it's you know, it might be a gradual, subtle thing, but it's this is what, and you can see change, okay? See change. Is there something in music called see change? Beck has a song or an album called See Change as well, doesn't he? Yeah, when they said to me, see change there, they changed it. So yeah, it's almost like I feel, and this is Libra as well, isn't it? Right? Okay, that makes sense because this is the Libra moon, the Libra full moon. So it's coming to illuminate, you know, it's coming to illuminate you as well. Yeah, I love Beck too, Kathleen. One of my good friends in the UK just done all of his artwork for his last album, an album called Colours. And he'd done all of his animations for the tour and everything. And I was like, you've been working with Beck. Like, how amazing is that? I've seen him live once and blew me away. Absolutely amazing. But sorry, I'm getting back on to Libra. So yeah, Libra, this is the full moon in your sign, and I really feel it's coming to illuminate. Although it's the moon, it's coming to brighten your life, okay? I feel it's coming to kind of kickstart, because as we talked about balance, and you haven't had, it's almost like you've had too much dark and not enough light, and now the light is coming in, okay? There are changes coming, divinely guided changes. You don't have to fight anymore. That thing you were waiting for is coming. You don't have to fight. You don't have to put up a battle. What you need to do is just look at yourself and see that you have everything within you to actually change your life. You need to believe in the magic. And I feel this month is magic. This full moon is, you are going to believe in magic, okay? Something magical, miraculous. I said to one of my friends today, they look like Jesus. And I was like, right, if anything miraculous happens today, give me a shout and I'll be down there. But when I'm looking at this, Libra, it's almost like your intuition, they're going to shine a light on situations. Your intuition is going to be on point. You are going to be on point. You're going to relax into this relationship with spirit and feel at ease, feel at peace as well, okay? Where there was pain, there will now be peace. This is very, very powerful for you, okay? You have been at the bottom, and this is coming to drag you back up. It's almost like a savior. I'm seeing there somebody pulling your arm, you know, and dragging you back up, and then you getting on, like standing on solid ground again, okay? So it's like I say, the balance is being brought in, but this is your own inner balance, okay? It's not going to be rocked by anybody else or externals or anything anymore. This is about you being in balance, you know, almost, I don't know if some of you are starting yoga or what, but it's almost like I'm seeing you standing in tree pose there, you know, and you are in perfect balance here, you know. There's a big lesson in this, but it's almost like you can look back at where you've been and see the lesson in the darkness, if that makes sense. But yeah, this is, wow, that is the most powerful energy that I have felt within that Libra reading, okay? Which obviously, if it's your moon, then You know, it's going to be, if it's your sign. Was it? Sea Change was released on September the 24th, which is during the Libra period, right? Okay, that might have been why I was given it. There's always something, there's always some reason why I get something, and then it's like, you know, eventually it'll come out. Your readings always resonate so accurately on such an amazing level. Oh, thank you, Kate. Thank you. Yeah. I'm going to listen to Beck today. That's what I'm going to do. I mean, what about that? Oh, right. Okay, I'm going off on a tangent now. This is why I love these lives, because I can kind of hang out with you all. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is one of my favorite movies, and everybody's got to learn sometimes the Beck version on that. I just love that song. I get shivers when I hear it. Have you ever seen anybody? It's on YouTube, and there's a video of there's Beck, there's MGMT, and there's Devendra Banhart, who's another one of my favorites. And they're doing a recording session, and they do all Leonard Cohen songs, and they really funk them up, and it's amazing. Have a look, Devendra, MGMT, and Beck, and there's some amazing ones. I think they do a full album of it. And it's all the videos them set in the studio. And I used to photograph, and I sometimes used to photograph in studios and yeah, I am. I'm still in Ibiza, and I will be here for the foreseeable. I have no plans to move yet, but when Spirit decides for me to move, I will. I don't feel I'll be here forever. I really don't feel that, but for the moment, it is home, and I love it with every ounce of my being. Okay. Right, so this is for Libra. Spirit card for Libra Spirit. Right. So this is saying for you, Libra, as well, this is ancient and sacred knowledge is waiting within the heart of the earth, yearning to be discovered. Crystals hold the key. Connect energetically with the earth and her crystal realm. Healing, love, and abundance result. This is it. I said it was powerful. It is big. The earth and Mother Nature is wanting to work with you this time. Get out in nature, get barefoot. If you've got crystals, try and meditate with this moon. Okay, this moon has a message to tell you, Libra. Please listen, okay? Connect with it. That's what you need to do. Oh, wow. Wow, powerful one, powerful one. You're ready, April, yeah? I was born ready. Right, okay, who do we have after Libra? Scorpio. That's like Scorpio, isn't it? Scorpio. Scorpio. Oh, there's one flying out for Scorpio there. Ooh, right, Scorpio. I know that you're a water sign and not a fire sign, but what I feel today is what I feel with this moon is your fire could get you burned, okay? This is it. I feel you could get be careful with your temper. Be careful, very careful what you say. Be very careful if you believe it rather than something that you've read. Because it's almost like I see you trying to use your fire as a weapon in some way, okay? But what this is going to do is this is going to end up backfiring you. It's almost like going to blow up back on yourself, and you could be left with nothing, okay? This could be a relationship. It could be something to do with money as well. And it's almost like I feel you could be pushed aside in some way because of an action that you take, okay, that you do, which isn't coming from a good place, okay? It's coming more from a response, something that you don't think about, you know, something maybe egoic. But it could come back and slap you in the face, okay? So I want to say to you, please, 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 please be very, very careful of your words. Be very careful of what you say. Be very careful of what you write as well. Be careful on social media. Something that you are going to put out could actually come back to bite you. And I don't want this to happen, okay? So like I say, there's almost, because then you could kind of see yourself as being the victim, whereas really you're not the victim. You know, it's because this is the consequence of what you've done. So if you have something going around in your head that's eating away and eating away and eating away at you, try and sort that out without yourself. Try and sort this out yourself, rather than maybe blaming somebody or attacking somebody or saying that they're the cause of your discomfort, okay? Because that it's like I say, this is all about relationships, and what you need to do here is heal relationships rather than burn your bridges. And that's what is a possibility that could happen, okay? Like I say, I always say these are probability. So when anything comes in like this, it is a warning, okay? It is a warning here. So like I say, this is what you need to do. Think about what you are going to say or what you're going to do over this weekend, this week, okay, that could actually, and think how it could affect your future. Okay, so I hope that makes sense, Scorpio. Like I say, don't shoot the messenger. Right, my light bulb, my light shaders just fell off my lamp there as well. What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, but that's it. You know, when we learn, you know, we can, this is why we sometimes have things not go around, or we do mess up. Everybody fucks up every now and again, you know, but when we learn from it, then we know not to do it in the same way, you know. Right, okay. Okay, so this is for Scorpio. Can we block that Mr. Gamer, please, moderators? Thank you for that. Right, okay, come on, Scorpio. Come on, there's not a card even wanting to come out here. Right, okay. Yes, right. Right, okay, these are... Right, okay, Scorpio. This is interesting. Interesting, this. Can you hear the wind blowing outside? This... I always let one of these pop out, so I'm sorry that we're not this. Right, okay, Scorpio, take a few deep breaths, Tanya, and tune into Scorpio's energy. It's I'm feeling like a wriggling. This is what I'm feeling with the cards. It's almost like, no, you're not going to catch me. You're not going to catch me. You just had a reinsurer as well, Ron. Okay, Scorpio, please. Right, okay, there you go. Positive outcome, Scorpio, okay? You see, there was nothing uncomfortable in that, even though you might have actually, you know, tried to sway away from it. What it's saying is there is hope. Don't give up now. Have faith and trust, okay? The forces of love are behind the scenes. There will be a joyous and positive outcome to whatever you are going through, and whatever is sending you off balance and making you a little bit, you know, kind of defensive or something like that. Relax into it, because there is a positive outcome coming with it, okay? So, right, who do we have now? I'm just going to check and see. Oh, yeah, he's there asleep. Just have a little drink. So Scorpio. Who do we have? Sagittarius. Right, okay. Thank you for the light. And like I say, if anybody wants a personal reading with me, please click the link below and you can get booked in and I can connect with you properly. Oh, who's that for? So Sagittarius. Right, okay, Sagittarius. This is interesting. So it was funny. I spoke about before about problems with addiction and things like that. And what this is saying is it's almost like this is your relationship with self-sabotage, your relationship with your ego, or your relationship with any substance that makes your ego come into full play, if that makes sense. It's almost like with this, you could go out and get a bottle of your favorite spirit that you drink, and then you could be ill. Okay, you could be violently ill with it, and go, God, I'm never drinking again. That is something that I feel could happen to some Sagittarius. Okay. It's almost like you're going to be put off something that you used to, or you thought you had enjoyment with, but it's something that I feel you were doing to excess. Okay. So it's almost like what I find is quite interesting within kind of the West, there is a lot of gluten intolerances. People are allergic to bread and to wheat, yet when we look in Asian countries, it's minute. Very few people have this intolerance, but there's a high intolerance to rice, so it's almost something that we have too much of. When it's been out of balance, when we have too much of it, it can actually affect the way it balances within us. It can knock us off balance, if that makes sense. So this is what I feel is coming in for Sagittarius. Something that you at one time enjoyed, sometimes something that you wanted to do, or whatever. It could be, even like somebody, who runs marathons and they train every day, and it could be something happen that stops them training. It's whatever you're doing, but doing to excess. Okay, it's not that it's going to stop you doing it. It's not that you're going to stop you doing it. It's to bring it back into balance so that you are in control of it rather than it controlling you, if that makes sense. So I feel this is almost for you. It's a self-sabotage here, okay? Something that you one time made you happy, seeing where you actually have excess, okay, where you where you do something to excess and it's detrimental to you as well. And it's almost like I want to say to you here, just say no, okay? But I feel you're going to have to just say no, because there's something about, I feel like an upset stomach or something like that. It's almost like when you can, I used to be the same with swordfish. I used to love swordfish. And then once I went on this crazy diet where I only ate swordfish for like 3 weeks or something. And now I cannot even stand it. I can't stand the smell of it. It's like, right, okay, I'm done with that. And this is what I'm kind of saying for you, Sagittarius. Okay, so something that you once done a lot of is going to have to be brought into balance and done in a healthy way where it is respected. Okay. This could be even with people, if you, like I say, if you see your friends every single day and speak to them 20 times a day on the phone, then it's maybe it might be something like that, I'm over in Dungeon on Prawns. That might be it. It might be, this is what I'm feeling. It's just something where you're going to have a little bit too much of it, when you kind of make yourself sick with something that you enjoy because you take so much, It's like a kid in a sweet shop. When everything's there on offer and you take it all, you're going to make yourself sick. Yeah, I mean, this is, we're talking about what is going to come with the full moon. So we're looking at the next 2 weeks, okay? We're looking at the energies of the next 2 weeks. And if this doesn't fit, then maybe look at your moon and rising sign as well and see what putting the three of them together might give you a stronger message. Okay, so this is a spirit card for Sag. Makes sense to you? Please, Catherine. Ooh, one flew out. Right, okay, this is instinct, Sagittarius, and it says, follow your natural instincts. You are making a current issue more complicated than it needs to be. Trust in the universe and allow your intuition to guide you. You are always safe. So that, I'm going to pull another card to ask why that is important with this indulgence, okay, and overindulgence, and see what it is. Right, okay, this is it. They're telling me what it is when you're not resting, you're not taking time for you, and when you are doing something to excess, you are not taking the time to be still and listen properly to your instinct. This is what it's saying. Okay, so this is where the balance is out. Okay, you're full on with something where you're not actually taking the time to stop and listen to your intuition. And that is where I feel the problem is. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to some Sagittarius. Right, okay, who do we have now? Tarot addiction. I've done a podcast with somebody regarding this. Who was it? I can't remember the name. I guess my brain at the minute. Interceptions, I think it was. It's a podcast I'd done with him about tarot addiction, and it's a very, very real thing. Anybody who's on my Instagram, please, if you're not, please add me on Instagram, because I do put a lot more on Instagram than what I do on YouTube. But I did write a thing yesterday, and sorry, I'm going to go off on this before I actually do Capricorn, isn't it? I'm getting a lot more followers on Instagram at the moment, and I'm getting a lot of people, that are psychic readers and astrologers and things like that, which is great. I love to see other people's work. I'm always inspired by it, and I can always learn from it as well. However, I am getting quite a lot of DMs, direct messages from people, okay, who are readers or whatever, and they're saying, hi, I hope you don't mind me messaging. I've been tuning into your energy and I feel that there are big changes coming for you. You can buy a reading, buy blah, blah, blah. I have important news to tell you. You need to speak to me and all of this stuff, right? And I've just called every single one of them out, and then, oh, you're just jealous. I'm like, no, I'm not jealous. I'm just a trustworthy reader. Whether these people are true readers or not, I don't know. I've never had a reading of them, so I cannot judge and I cannot say. But what I can say is that a true energy worker, somebody who respects energy and how we work with it, will never, ever try and lure you into getting a reading. Okay, I very rarely advertise. I say when I do these videos, if you want to read and come to me, that is it. I don't put Facebook ads on or anything like that, because I believe that people will find me if they need it. So anybody saying this, I hear you're having a bad time at the moment, would you like to speak about it? You can call me for $25 or something like that. That is not what a true energy worker would do. Okay, because energy is meant to be respected. It's one of our most precious commodities. And anybody who taps into your energy without your permission is basically invading. Okay, it is an invasion. Okay, without permission, it is an invasion. Okay, almost like an energetic rape. And I don't use that term loosely. But it is something I feel very strongly about, when people are in a vulnerable place, for other people to try and, use that vulnerability for their gain is actually, I find it pretty disgusting. okay? And I will call it out every time I see it. I don't like it. And it is stuff like that, you know, myself and other genuine readers, you know, who do this from the heart or whatever, we have fought for years to try and get a name that is, you know, that is associated with truth. You know, I mean, we've been called scam artists, fortune tellers, stuff like that. You know, it's, you know, people have this idea, as I was talking, these old doctrines, you know, about psychics, about tarot. You know, it's a massive guide of empowerment as well. So somebody using it in that way, I just find it absolutely, it really annoys me. Okay, so sorry, I had a little rant. And if you do get any messages of people, I mean, social media is so easy to do this. Everyone I've said this to, I've sent them the message explaining this, and every single one of them has blocked me straight away. Okay, so like I say, please be aware, you know, that you know, a good psychic will never contact you with information. If they get information that is very important, you need to know, they will not demand a fee for it. You know, there's a few times I've had a dream about somebody, I've got something, and I've phoned them and said, look, I hope you don't mind, you know, me messaging, but I need to speak to you. Please give me a ring now. I don't want any money for this. This is a message that has came through for you, and it's important that you get it. Okay, so like I say, sorry, but it's come on as well. So you block them, Miranda. Yeah, so you're aware of them. Yeah, because tarot addiction is a very real thing. And I mean, people that get readings with me, they will, you know, so I've said to many people, I'm sorry, I can't read for you at the moment. You know, I try to have, you know, if there's something new comes up, yeah, I will read the following week or something like that. If it's about the same situation, we've got to let the universe kind of work her magic. Okay, so it's, you know, come every few months or something like anything more than that can be get where we rely on the tarot. And the way I read tarot is not to make you rely on it, it's to empower you so that you actually you know, don't need to be getting readings all the time. And you know, people that have worked with me for a long time, I love it. There's a dear who's became a good friend of mine, who at one time would phone me for every single situation, and I would like, no, you know, you've got to make this on your own. And when I speak to them now, it's these huge things have been going on, and I'm like, you didn't phone me. And I am so proud that they're not. So I like to do a reading from somebody and then only hear back from them when they go, you know what, that was right, I'm doing this, I'm living my best life, I'm all that. And it's like, that is amazing, I've done my job well, you know. So I wouldn't say, oh yeah, please, you know, like, you need to phone me next week, you need to, that is not cool. Okay, so right, okay, sorry, I had a rant. Right, okay. I love how these lives, how things just come up, you know. So yeah. So right, who am I on to now? Capricorn. Oh, it's almost 3 o'clock. Wow. That was meant to be the time that Jesus was crucified, wasn't it? 3 o'clock. Yeah, and readings as well. Getting a lot of readings can actually confuse you and make you make sort of decisions that are not for your highest good. So what I would say is find a reader that you resonate with. Find a reader who, you know, their stuff comes true, or it gives you guidance for whatever happens, and kind of stick with them. You know, maybe have, you know, 3-4 readers that you resonate with, you know, and stick with them as well. Okay, because that is, like I say, when we get loads, it's too much and it can confuse us even more. Yeah. Hi, baby girl, I'm not doing personal readings. I'm doing readings for all of the signs at the moment. If you do want a reading, there's a link below where I can read for you, but I'm not doing live readings for people. I'm doing them for the signs at the moment. Your energy is beautiful. Oh, thank you, Lauren. You know what? I haven't got a good skincare regime. I haven't got a good hair regime or anything like that. But by God, I look after my energy. I cleanse, tone, and moisturize 3 times a day with it. Yeah, my friend goes mad, who I used to live with last year. She's a beautician, and I don't don't use face creams. I don't use sun cream. I don't use anything. I'm terrible. Tanya, I can't recommend it with that. What I would say is, you know, rather than chase something, let something come to you. Okay, if something is over, if you listen to all of this reading, what I've said is if something is over, let it be over. Okay, if something leaves, it's because there's something better to come. Okay, allow one door to shut and then walk through another one. But you can do what you want. I'm not reading for you personally. I don't know your energy. I can only do that within a personal reading for you, so I cannot advise. But like I say, I would say, you know, I have a motto where you don't chase. If something wants to come to you, let it. If something wants to leave, let it as well, because otherwise we're messing with energy and we're messing with goodwill with other people as well. This is why I don't do spells and things like that. Right, who are we in with? Capricorn. Yeah, I never use sun cream. I used to use Brill cream. Shouldn't be saying that. You know, Brill cream that you put on your hair? If you put that on, you go really lovely colour. Yeah. Right, okay, so Capricorn, what is coming in for you? Right, okay, Capricorn, this is good, okay? Your balance here that is coming out. Wow, okay, sorry, I just had to do that for some reason. There's some reason they made me do that, and then they pointed out why. I feel with Capricorns, okay, they can be quite stubborn. And what this new full moon is coming in to illuminate is the relationship that you have between your ideas and then your action, okay? So Capricorn are very in tune, and they can have an idea, they can feel it, and then they kind of dismiss it and let it go. Okay, they don't like to be going forward that much. You know, they're not that pushy, Capricorn. They like the solid footing. They like to know their feet are secure. They will stay in comfort, in their comfort zone, rather than push the boat. And this is being highlighted for Capricorns this full moon, okay? It's almost saying if you have this idea, if this idea is then sort of verified by spirit, verified by your intuition, then please don't doubt it. Go for it, you know. Think big. When I went like that at the beginning of the reading, they said, you know, reach for the stars, aim high rather than just straight ahead, because dreams can come true for you, Capricorn, if you allow them. You are very powerful. Your power is going to be shown over this full moon, okay? And it's almost like there is a fear of disappointing, or a fear of disappointing yourself, okay, or disappointing others, that doesn't allow you to push forward into your greatness, okay? Over this full moon, this is where it's going to be transformed, because it's almost like I want you to redeem yourself in some way. I want you to see your own strength as well, okay? So replace doubt with do, okay? Don't doubt, just do, okay? Because you're one of your saboteurs is to put off, okay? You don't do it. It's staying in this safe and holding yourself back. You know, this is almost like you're going to ping here, you know, it's like your arrow is going to be shot here, Capricorn. And I feel this is going to be very beneficial for your future, okay? So this is what you need to look at, your relationship with yourself, and your self-sabotage is what is going to be highlighted during this full moon, okay? But I like it because it's almost like I'm saying that you're going to get the belief in yourself afterwards. Okay, so right. I haven't felt, my energy hasn't been drained here. So thank you for the moderators as well for keeping the energy nice in here. And thank you for all of you as well. We've kept the energy balanced. This has been really, really nice. Yeah, what Lauren, before, I don't know if you were on early. But I said, you know, Spirit, it said, stop pushing against that given power. Pull it into us, okay? So even that doubt, pull it in, look at it, recognize it. Why am I doubtful? What truth is in that? Okay, and then throw that over your shoulder. And like I say, you're pulling the power into yourself. So what, you know what's going on in my head? I don't know why. It's the tune to the Muppets is going on in my head there. I forgot I was on here. It's I don't know if that tune means something. I was just busy shuffling these cards and then I realized, so I don't know what that. I don't know if there's a name or if it's just the Muppet theme tune. It says a lot, that, doesn't it? Remember once in a meditation, we had to go into our head and see what was there, and all of these people had these like filing boxes and stuff, and mine was just like a carnival. It was like it was all this stuff. It's like, yay, I love that. Oh God, I share too much on here sometimes. Okay, so this is for Capricorn. Capricorn, come on, Spirit card for Capricorn. Oh, does she? Is that what she does? Does she? I didn't know. I don't watch it. I don't watch it. I haven't had time really to watch anybody lately. I really feel like I'm at a point where I need to read. It's so real, really is. You know, Danielle always reads for me. I get Danielle. She always tells me my astrology. Astrology. I've got the wrong teeth in, I think. Yeah, Danielle's great with stuff like that. Joyful astrology, if you don't already follow it. Great. Okay, why is this not coming out for Capricorn? Right, okay, there you go. Right, okay, there you go, Capricorn. And it says, blessings. You are being showered with light. Your creativity is being stirred, activated, and set alight. An endless stream of rainbow colour stems from your heart. So this is it, Capricorn. Go for it, okay? Allow them ideas to progress and develop and become reality rather than stopping them before they've even started, okay? So, right, who do we have now? Aquarius. I'm sure it was on the Aquarius, on the monthly readings. If you haven't already seen them, please check them out. They were posted last week. But on my flatmates, I was going like, something, you're going to be laid up, you might hit your head, there's a dizziness, there's blah, blah, blah. He ended up breaking his foot on Wednesday. And very dizzy, very ill, and he's having to just stop. So Robin Gray, that is my life. That is constantly. I just sit and, you know, the things there's so many things. It's almost like I have about 20 different movies going on at one point in my head, and all these things are like happening. Yeah, okay, well, Miranda, so that's interesting that both have came up today then, isn't it? You know, but when we're focusing from lack, that's what we get, okay? And sometimes ideas don't need to be funded. They just need to be followed. Saying, just Aquarius. Right, okay. Right, okay, Aquarius. What I'm getting with this is you really need to look at your balance between the future. It's almost like you see the future as being bleak. You're not saying, it's almost like you feel almost a bit like you feel your best years have already passed, if that makes sense. I'm seeing you kind of feeling like it's almost like you're ready to just, put on your put on your slippers and get your pipe and say, right, okay, this is it. Like, I'm in retirement now, and you could be 30. It's not that. You're kind of feeling old when you're not. And this is where the balance is. It's almost like I feel you're looking to, like, I don't want to say like doom and gloom type of way, but it's just like, is it me or is everything just shit? It's a great book if you haven't read that. Really, really funny. But yeah, it's almost like if you start to think about successes for the future, or, like making changes for the future where you're going to be happier, where you're going to be, all of this, it starts to bring in anxiety for you. Okay, so you can spiral with the anxiety, and very much like Capricorn, you will stop it before it even starts. So sometimes it's easier to be like a negative ninny kind of thing, because it's like when something goes wrong, you go, there you see, I told you to. So what this is saying is you need to realize that you are always secure. Okay, Spirit have always got your back. You need to realize that you can have success in the future, because this is what Spirit want you to have. And that it doesn't have to come with worry. Okay, like I say, I said in the beginning, this is always like a cost, but it's like, this isn't going to cost you anything to be happy. So it's almost like you've put yourself on hold from happiness, in order to say, right, okay, I'll just settle with what I've got and be happy with my lot, rather than thinking, you know what, there's so much. And look at my past, look at what I've learned, wow, I can go out in this big wide world and I am going to take every piece of it here, that is falling for me. This is my time. I am going to shine and I am going to be so, so happy. It's almost like you don't trust that. So you go, oh, yeah, it's probably going to be shit tomorrow. It's probably going to rain tomorrow. It is here actually. But that's kind of the attitude. And what is going to happen is that, this is what's going to be highlighted over this full moon period, okay, where you kind of have this negative thought pattern rather than a positive one, okay. It's where you need to bring this into balance, okay. So you're going to be focused. Really watch your words and watch how you're talking about yourself, about others, and about how your future will be, and see how many times you speak in a negative tone. Okay, so that's what's going to be highlighted for you here, which will be quite interesting, actually. Be really interesting, I feel. But there's nothing to worry about, okay? But it's like I say, please don't worry about this, and please trust, because I think you're gonna realize how much we don't trust, if that makes sense. We don't trust the both. Yeah, it does. Bad experiences do, but bad experiences almost also lead us to growth every single time. Every single time, bad experiences lead us to growth. Major change or incoming, and to be honest, I'm terrified. Don't be scared, Lauren. Remember, okay, that excitement is the same physical feeling as fear. Okay, our palms get sweaty, our stomach goes. So tell your brain that it's excitement, it's not fear, okay? So physically, it's the same symptoms, and our brain tells us which is which. And like I say, we can get scared. I get scared of things. People go, have you got no fear, Tanya? And I'm like, yeah, God, I get scared, but I would never let that stop me doing something, because if I had, I would not be sitting in the position where I am now, This is for Aquarius. Oh, loads fell out there, Aquarius. You see, all possibilities for you. Infinite possibilities. Ooh, there. Right, okay. How funny. So this says, there is nothing sadder than looking back on some part of your life with regret, wondering what you could have done but didn't. Go for it. Sometimes it's better to try and fail than to not try at all. There you go. Okay, boom, Aquarius. That's for you. You know, heal these old wounds. It's a time of resurrection. It's a time of rebirth. And you can see how things can be different. You know, focus on the positive, and that is what will come to you. Okay. So, right, we've got, yeah, Libra's been done. Kimberly, yeah. Oh, thank you, Norma Jean. Exactly. Oh, wow. Wow. Right, okay, so we have Pisces, and then that's the last one. Are there any moderators still on, please? Have you got an offer on your reading? Yes, I've got an offer on my readings. I think it's still under Aries reading offer rather than the Libra one. I haven't had a chance to change it, but if anybody does want a personal reading, then you can go to my website. The link is below as well. Right, yeah. Magic, can you see that? I think it's Yusuf. It's a name. Could you block them, please? Sig and coffee time. Have a great day. Blessings and much love. I am dying for that. I really am. I'm on a bit of a chai kick at the moment. I'm drinking chai like it's going out of fashion. I love it. Right, okay, so Pisces. What have we got for Pisces? Right, okay, Pisces, this is quite interesting. Sorry, I'm just making sure I'm getting... I feel some Pisces have... Pisces are the dreamers of the deck. I love Pisces. I love the way they are. I relate very much to Pisces, okay? But it's almost like some Pisces may be sick and tired of falling in love, of having an amazing idea and it being quashed, and you know, all of this. This is where yeah, sorry, I'm gonna try and, sorry, I thought there was, right, so I'm gonna hide him because I cannot focus. Hey Terry, I'm gonna block him, sorry. Hide use on this channel. Is he gone? Yeah. Right, okay. Yeah, so it's almost like, you know, some Pisces could be, you know, like, I'm sick of wearing my rose-tinted glasses. The world is grey and dark, and, you know, and that's how it is. And why do I try and kid myself that things are going to be better? So some Pisces are going to struggle over this one, because it's almost going to highlight the ugliness in the beauty, if that makes sense, Pisces, okay? But it's almost what I feel this is showing you is that you are free from it, free from this, okay? You are free from that. When you see beauty in your world and you see beauty in everything, then that will be your world. If you see ugliness all of the time, then that will be your world. You know, there's a great great Gabon mate video where he's talking about certain people who are in power, and not mention any names. And he said, you know, of course they are scared, of course they are in fear, because that is the world they inhabit. They don't live in a world full of love. They live in a world where they need to watch their back, where they, you know, because they are ugly, their thoughts are ugly, they see ugliness, you know. Pisces, your thoughts are beautiful, so you see beauty, but what the ugliness is going to be highlighted to you over this full moon. It's going to show you it, but it's so that you keep being who you are being, because the second your thoughts change and the second you start to follow that ugliness, you will find that you get bombarded with it, and that is not where you like to live. You live in an Alice in Wonderland world, Pisces, you know, where the trees are pink and the sky is purple and all of that, and that is the beauty of you, Pisces, okay? So I feel the ugliness is coming in to show you just how beautiful the world you inhabit is, and to never change who you are as well, okay? To really embrace that rather than actually change that, if that makes sense. So it's almost like, be you, okay? Be you, be you, be you, Pisces, because that is where the beauty lies, okay? When you have beauty in your soul, it will be reflected in your outside world, okay? So, right. And then I'm going, how long have I been on here now? It's been quite a while. There's been a fire and everything. And the fire's out now. Okay, Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. And I'm going to pull a couple for overall as well. So, guys, 2 hours have I been on? Bloody hell. Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? Ooh. Whoa, 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 whoa. I just got literally, when I went to pick this card for Pisces, I literally, it was like I went into a vortex there. Wow, 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 wow. Very, but there it is again. This sometimes happens with this thing in my head. I've literally, it's, wow. It's on my pineal gland, so it affects me. It's like, right, I need to focus. And okay, so magic. This is magic, Pisces, and it says blessings, magic, and transformation. A blessing in disguise is coming your way. Keep an open heart and open mind, and that's it. Keep your heart open and keep your mind open as well. One of the hardest things to do within this human experience that we have is to have an open heart, you know. It's one of the most important, but it's also one of the hardest. And this is what Pisces do, okay? So never change. Believe in that magic. It is there for you, okay? So, right, that is really bizarre, because I've really literally, I feel like I'm on another, I don't know if my face has changed or not, because I never see it when it happens. Like I say, I have this thing and it happens. Oh, wow, it's like a vertigo-y kind of thing. So, right, so that is the readings for this Libra full moon. I hope you have enjoyed them, okay? This is, like I say, don't believe your stories. You're going to be shown past, present, and future. See them like movies, you know, where you can change the end, you can stop, you can rewind, you can put forward. You don't have to be in your story, okay? You have to just be you and determined to be the best you that you can be. And that involves sometimes, you know, experiencing pain or whatever. But if we learn from every single situation, this is what we're meant to do. And this is when we will grow and we will evolve and we will change the world, you know. When dreamers unite, this is when the world changes. And this is why we're all here. This is why there's no coincidence that every single one of you is on here now. You know, there's no coincidence with that. We are all connected and we are all as important as each other. Okay, so you get yourself away to Tesco magic. And thank you so much. That has been such a wonderful energy. Have an absolutely lovely Easter. And yeah, there's change coming, you know, and it's beautiful, but keep that balance, okay? Keep that balance. Send you lots and lots of love. Satnam.